So what's up, YouTube? It's a Night Saint here, back with another video, and I want to speak about the kind of like a consequence or like a side effect of growing spiritually. It's like what how they try to make it sound like it's bad, like a bad side effect or something. It's like freedom and liberation, right? And that's kind of like really the main goal of it anyway, right? Because I think a lot of people really come into spirituality because you look up for something that is going to liberate you from the suffering that you have, right? Excuse me, whether it's like the lack of love, whether it's just the pain. Cause I'm about to say life, one thing for sure is that it's gonna be painful, no matter who you are or what you go through. Uh, and gaining spirit, that if I'm be honest, that's really the only thing that you really can. Like that is the only way to alleviate it. There's no material way of trying to alleviate that pain. And the only way you can do it is through universal love, spiritual love, and that's kind of like understanding, like getting a better relationship with yourself and just really the universe or God, whatever you really deem it to be. Like I said, I'm not here to tell y'all what to believe in, but all I know is that in my head it's all the same stuff in the sense of like it's universal. It transcends all people, all things. It's very omnipresent, and that's the freedom and liberation that I'm speaking of. And the thing about this inner liberation that it transcends all type of petty physical ways of trying to cope with reality, right? And the thing about it is when you get that inner liberation, all it does is make all the outer forms of liberation, you know, it brings more power to them. So let's say somebody that try to, fill their life up with like material possessions, even though then again at the same time, when you get more spiritual insights, all material things don't really mean anything to you anymore. I'm not saying that you wouldn't care about them. Like I said, you learn to enjoy them for what they are, but you don't put any extra weight into them. You don't have no expectations of them to try to, no expectation of those physical possessions to ever take away any pain. Like how some people do. Some people fill their life with drugs, sex. Some people just on like a journey of trying to gain power. And they think that power is gonna fill that void. And really, it's the universal love, it's that freedom, that liberation, that's the only thing that's gonna ever free them up of that suffering and of that pain. Like I said, people, you wouldn't get it until you can really, until your spiritual mind's really developed and you really, and it's kind of like you learning to feel a void that's not a void really. It's just something that you have like little to, zero awareness in, right? I think that we all trying to fill a void that's not really there. Let's say how, for example, how the universe is always providing for you. And we sitting there and feel like we empty, we feel like we missing something and feeling like we missing a piece of, ourselves. And really that piece of ourselves has always been there. That piece of ourselves that is connected to the universe. That our piece of the piece of ourselves that connected to everything, every living thing on this planet. And that's my genuine approach to it, is that, it's not that anything is missing, it's just that you lack the awareness to really perceive what's there. And through spiritual practices, through, just meditating. Meditating is probably one of the most, it's a pass away. It's a pass away, but it's effective in realizing that, you something greater than your physical body or just the outer physical reality. And that's something I experienced firsthand. I'm like, when I learned how to meditate, it was, I felt like I was getting myself closer to spirit in a sense, where I'm like, yeah. Because everything, no matter what it is, it had a sense of void in it. It has a sense of like eternity in terms of blackness. Everything that exists in reality has to be created. It was a thought first, just like a human being, just like you in the womb. It was a simple, small seed, and then it grew and it became something grand. And everything that's in reality shared that same sense of creation. And in sharing that same sense of creation, that is the thing that connect everybody to this one, idea or concept. And that's just, the universal love, universal will. And me understanding that has given me a great confidence in just reality. Even though, like I said, it's deeper than that. It can really go deeper than that. But I'm just gonna keep it surface level as possible in that sense. But yeah, getting that liberation, that freedom, and I think the beauty about getting that liberation and freedom is that you get it from yourself. It's not like you can get it from anybody else, and you have to be courageous enough to be able to hop into that void, hop into yourself, to your shadow, and really deal with it. And the thing about it is, it's not gonna be easy. It's always, like I said, it's never been easy. It's never been easy for me. I'm not gonna sit here and, like I said, I'm not about to sugarcoat and lie to y'all. Like I said, it's gonna be one of the hardest things that anybody ever, do, because you know we all lie to ourselves. We all act like we okay. We all act like certain behaviors and the way that we think is okay. Like me, for example, one of my biggest problems, even though I feel like most of my problems is like I found a way to manage and grow from them. One problem, I have, I'm just gonna be transparent, is like getting over like my abandonment issues with my father, right? Part of me is having like a hard hiccup with that, because to a certain extent, that's the essence of who I am as an individual. Even though me giving up that suffering will farther shoot me in terms of, it will give me more freedom and liberation. Not saying I'm not liberated and free enough. That's just keep me from a point of liberation where I would truly be free of, kind of like my ego. Because I think that's, if I'm be honest, that's one thing that's I probably got like two things really holding me back now. And the aspect of it is because I'm honestly scared that whoever I am after I forget that person is gonna be different. It's not somebody that I know. Uh, Scares me, like I said, and it's gonna scare y'all. It's gonna scare people that really going through something serious, and that their identity is based around that. I've been based around a person that was raised by a single mother with in the middle child of 10 kids. That's my main identity I've been going through. So when I drop that identity, it's like, who am I? And even though I'm 22, I'll be saying midlife crisis, but people know that type of crisis I mean, like when you don't know who you are. And in a sense, you're just trying to grasp onto something. And that's kind of like the journey of like the soul when you come down here. It's like you just trying to grasp onto something. And that grasping is causing the suffering. It's like you're trying to hold on to something. And through recent studies and just really just meditating on it a lot, it's like now, like that reaching and trying to latch on to something is going to cause me more suffering. So I just need to allow myself to be as neutral as possible and be able to kind of like like walking on a tightrope, right? Walking on a tightrope with zero pressure. Like I may fall off the tightrope, but there's no pressure that I fell off. Just get back on it and just keep balancing. It's kind of like a balancing act of just ups and downs. And I guess that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I'm okay. Like I said, I'm in this state right now where it's like I'm perpetually like neutral. I'm not saying I don't feel anything, because I feel everything. Like I get mad, and I be having to calm myself down so I don't. Like I said, I don't start tweaking that. Like I said, I don't start crashing out. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. As I became more spiritual, at times it feel like it's easy to crash out. And it's only because, like I said, I'm feeling things more. Before then, like I said, I was strictly logical and I was just thinking things out. But become more spiritual and get rid of some of the suffering I'm feeling more, and and it takes me more awareness to just pay attention to how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. So, yeah. So my bad, I went on a whole tangent, but essentially, yeah, like me, like my abandonment issues is prohibiting me and stopping me from really stepping fully into liberation and freedom. Because like I said, when you have that freedom and liberation, you just don't care. You don't care about what's going on. You don't care about how people perceive you, and you just don't care about, like, of course, life is still happening and things are going on, but you are able to manage, you're able to understand that, you're able to really fully realize, my bad, I said the same thing, that nothing's ever done, but nothing's ever left undone. And also that you're not doing anything. I know it's about to sound so crazy, but yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it short right there. I'm not gonna go too deep. I'm gonna leave it like that. But excuse me. So you just gotta find that freedom and liberation. And it can only really be found through just universal love and realization of God, think about God and other synonyms for it. Because in my head, all that stuff is really the same, whether it's awareness, whether it's love, whether it's God, whether it's universe, spirit, it's all the same thing. So yeah, if y'all like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Thank you.